Welcome to Python, Handling Missing Values. Today, you will learn how to work with missing values in Python and why it is important. Missing values appear in real-life data all the time. Learning how to spot and handle them helps you build reliable, useful programs. Let us get started. Running the cell now. Pause for a moment and think, where have you seen missing information in everyday life? Let us learn about the special value in Python for missing data. None is a special value that shows something is missing or unknown in Python. Here, we set a variable called my_value to none. When we print it, Python shows none. It is a placeholder for missing information. Running the cell now. Try using none for missing information in different situations. Why does missing data matter? If we ignore missing values, our results can be wrong or misleading. Python gives us tools to check, handle, and work safely with missing values. Running the cell now. Have you ever missed an answer in a quiz? That is what Python's none helps us notice in our data. Now, let us check if a value is missing. We use the is operator to compare a variable to none. Here, we set value to none again. If value is equal to none, our program prints that the value is missing. If there is another value, we will see that the value is present. Running the cell now. Try changing value to a number or text and see what happens. Let us see how user input can have missing values. We ask for the user age. If the user presses enter and does not type anything, the value is empty. We check if the user entered nothing by looking for the empty string, 2 quote marks. If the input is empty, we set user_age to none to mean it is missing. Printing shows us either the age or none. Running the cell now. Practice. Try providing a value, and then try pressing enter without typing anything. What if we have a list of data with some items missing? Here, data is a list of numbers and missing values. We use a for loop to go over each item. If we find none, we say there is a missing entry. If not, we display the number that is present. Running the cell now. See how finding missing values takes only a few lines in Python? Now, let us count how many missing values are in a list. We make a variable called missing_count that starts at 0. For every value in scores, we check if it is none. If it is missing, we add 1 to missing_count. At the end, we print how many missing entries we found. Running the cell now. Practice. Try changing the data to see how the count changes. Sometimes, we want to fill in missing data with a default value. This example fills missing temperature values with 20. We use a for loop with indexes to check each spot. If we find none, we change it to 20. The printout shows our updated data. Running the cell now. Think, what other defaults could you use for missing data? Now, let us remove all missing values from a list. We make a clean list called cleaned. If an item is not missing, we add it to cleaned. At the end, our new list only has real data and no knowns. Running the cell now. Try this with your own examples and lists. What if we want the first real value and not the missing ones? We loop through all answers. When we see a non-missing value, we print it and stop the search using break. This is helpful when the first real answer matters. Running the cell now. Practice. What happens if all values are missing? Try changing the data to see. Missing values in dictionaries. Dictionaries can also have missing or unknown values. We can check for them using none, just like in lists. Running the cell now. Let us practice with some dictionary data now. Here is a sample dictionary with missing information. In this dictionary, the birthday key has a missing value. We check if birthday is none and print a message for missing data. This way, dictionaries work with none just like lists or variables. Running the cell now. Try changing the birthday to an actual date and see what prints. Python dictionaries have a get method to return none if a key is missing. Get helps us avoid errors when looking for keys that may be missing. If the key is not there, get gives us none instead of crashing. Here, because Alex is missing, phone is none and we print a helpful message. Running the cell now. This is safer than using contacts, Alex, which would give an error if the key is missing. Let us handle real-world missing data, like when someone leaves a form blank. We ask for the city name. The user can leave it blank. If the person presses enter, we set city to none for missing. Otherwise, we keep what they typed. We print the city result, missing or not. Running the cell now. Try typing in your city, then try pressing enter with nothing. See the difference. Let us try something practical. Suppose we want the average grade, ignoring any that are missing. We add up only the grades that are not none and count them. If there are grades, we show the average. Otherwise, we say there are no grades to use. This keeps missing values from making our math wrong. Running the cell now. Practice, try adding or removing none values to see how your average changes. Python has shortcuts for lists, called comprehensions. This list comprehension creates a new list, leaving out missing values. This is a faster and shorter way to get only the real numbers. It does the same thing as our earlier for loop, but in one line. Running the cell now. Try writing your own comprehensions to filter missing or special values. What if we want to sort data but put missing values at the end? This uses sorted, with a key that puts none after all numbers. Now, our results appear in order, and any missing values are last. This way, our data is ready for easier analysis or display. Running the cell now. Think, sorting helps you see trends, but missing values can hide them unless you handle them. Sometimes, we want to remove both missing values and outliers. This comprehension keeps only values that are not missing and less than 200. It is a fast way to clean up a dataset. Only numbers that pass both checks are left. Running the cell now. Try changing the outlier limit and see how your data changes. Mini project, clean and summarize survey data. Imagine you collected favorite color responses from friends, but some are missing. Let us clean the data and count how many people answered. Running the cell now. Take a moment and guess what steps you would need. Remember to like this video if you are learning something helpful. First, let us make a clean list of all the real color answers. We start with responses, which has missing and blank entries. If color is not blank and not missing, we add it to our clean list. Now, cleaned only has the real answers from our data. Running the cell now. Practice, try with other survey responses of your own. Now, let us count how many people picked each color. We make a new dictionary to track the count of each color. For each answer in our clean list, we add to the count. The program counts answers for every color provided. This is a useful way to sum up survey results. Running the cell now. Try changing the answers in clean to see different counts. Here is a tip: use comments to make missing values easy to understand. Writing comments helps everyone know that none means missing, not zero or blank. This makes your code easy to read later. Here is the data with our helpful note. Running the cell now. Pause and add comments like this to your own projects. Let us see what happens if we forget to check for missing values. If you try to add none and numbers, Python gives you a type error. We can use try and except to catch this error and give a clearer message. This is safer for programs that may get unexpected data. Running the cell now. Try running this with and without none in your list. Here is a quick trick to show a default when something is missing. If result is missing, we can use or to set a helpful default instead. This is a fast way to make sure output is never missing. It is very common in web forms and reports. Running the cell now. Try replacing none with a real value to see how output changes. Challenge: fix the broken program. Suppose you have a list called answers, but do not know which are missing or blanks. Write code to create a new list with only real answers. Running the cell now. Try your own solution first. When you are ready, check back and compare with earlier examples. Lesson recap. You now know how to spot, check, and handle missing values in Python. Remember to always check for none before using values in math or logic. Missing values do not have to break your code. Handle them safely and keep your data solid. Running the cell now. Well done making it this far. You are quickly becoming a better Python programmer. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this lesson, give a thumbs up, comment your progress, subscribe for more, and share with your friends. See you next time on our Python learning series. Running the cell now. If this was helpful, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share so others can learn too.